So this whole Superman thing has been quite the roller coaster. I've posted 7 different videos about it, going all the way back to December of last year, before we even knew what the final title was, before the full cast was confirmed, before James Gunn had said half the things that ended up pissing people off. For the record, I don't consider myself a Snyder simp or a Gunn-tard. I love Superman, I just don't love what Hollywood does to him. I walked into that theater the first time ready to be disappointed. The trailers looked bad, the marketing was all over the place, and the cast just didn't look great, with one exception. Cat Grant.
Simp.
They should give her a spin-off movie where all she does is smile at the camera.
Simp.
Now let's talk about the trailers. Those trailers made it look like Superman was going to spend the entire movie getting beat up. So yeah, I was skeptical. And even though I mostly liked the movie the first time I saw it, I definitely had my complaints. But last night I watched it again. It's available for home viewing now, and I figured, what the heck, let's give it another shot. I popped some popcorn, turned off my brain, and let it roll. And you know what? It was better the second time. Significantly better. I wasn't sitting there analyzing it. I wasn't looking for Easter eggs or continuity errors. I wasn't bracing myself for bad dialogue. I wasn't checking my watch to see how much movie was left. I was just watching. And when you watch it that way, it works. All the little things that bugged me the first time just faded into the background. The movie really was pretty solid once you know what's coming and you're not waiting for that one part from the trailer. The marketing on this thing was just bad. Anyway, there's one last thing that I have to mention. I touched on this a bit in my Superman review, but I wanted to expand a bit on this topic. And this is a minor nitpick, but I have to mention it, so hopefully people will stop repeating it. There's an old comic, Superman number 330 from the 70s, where they explain Clark's disguise works because of super hypnosis. Basically, Superman subconsciously projects a version of himself that looked different as Clark Kent, and the glasses helped focus that effect. The glasses weren't magic. They didn't do anything. It was his brain doing the heavy lifting. Now jump to the new movie, where Clark casually mentions his glasses have hypno powers. Suddenly Twitter starts screaming,
"It's comic accurate, you guys."
No, it's not, and you should really stop spreading that around. James Gunn threw in a lazy Easter egg and everyone ran with it like it was gospel. It wasn't. They're not hypno glasses, and they never were. Hypno glasses wouldn't work these days. We don't live in the 70s anymore. Everyone has a camera in their pocket, HD photos, videos, facial recognition. You can't hypnotize an iPhone. You can't mentally project your disguise onto a Ring doorbell. So if the movie's version of the disguise relies on some Kryptonian mind trick, it falls apart the second someone starts recording. They should have left it out. The disguise works better when it's rooted in psychology, not science fiction. It's about perception, and I get it. It's a stretch. But even without hypno glasses, Clark Kent's disguise can work. Different posture, soft voice, awkward energy, he'd fade into the background. It's like seeing a celebrity at the gas station. You recognize them, but your brain says, nah, can't be. So let's stop with the hypno glasses. You might think it makes you sound like a superfan flexing a deep cut from the 70s comic, but for people who understand why hypno glasses wouldn't work in a modern era, you might not sound as smart as you think you do. But let's say, for the sake of argument, you're not buying it. Let's say you're James Gunn and you are obsessing over the fact that no one would fall for a disguise that's just glasses. What could you do instead? It's pretty simple. You create something new. Something like hologlasses. They would work like this. You put them on and some Kryptonian projection comes from the frames and not only gives you a whole new face, but it also has a voice modulator that makes you sound different. Now all the photos look right, facial recognition recognizes, security cams show Clark Kent and Superman as two unique individuals. But I digress. So, should you see it? If you haven't seen it yet, yes, definitely. Give it a shot. Pop some popcorn, turn off your brain, and just go along for the ride. If you saw it and you didn't like it, I get it, I really do. But maybe consider giving it another try. Not everything works the first time, especially when expectations are high or you've already made up your mind. Sometimes a second viewing, free from hype or baggage, lets the story actually breathe. And if you saw it and you liked it, watch it again. You might find yourself enjoying it even more the second time. For me, it just hit better. The stuff that worked still works, and the stuff that didn't work, well, it kind of just blends into the background when you're not focusing on it. Bottom line, this movie might not be perfect, but it's a lot better than the internet made it out to be. And honestly, that's kind of a win for Superman fans. Anyway, that's it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know all the reasons I'm an idiot in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click notifications, and I will see you next time.